In this video, I'm going to be showing you one unexpected thing that happens to you on semen retention. The number one unexpected thing that happens on semen retention is your quote-unquote telepathy. What does this even mean? What does this sound like? Because a lot of people are going to say this is voodoo, written off, don't listen to it. What I'm saying is, usually when you've been on retention for at least, let's give it 90 days, a 90-day clean streak of retention, you've been meditating, you have high energy levels. Now let's not confuse this too, because you can be on semen retention but you can still be looking at pictures. That will diminish your aura. I'm talking about the cleanest streak possible. You have high energy level, you can feel it, the sensation, you just feel like a different person. You're more confident, you have higher energy levels, you can approach people. What tends to happen and you're actually living like this in a normal state, what tends to happen, you have to pay attention to your dreams. You pay attention, and some things that start happening is people that you may have a strong connection to, maybe past exes, crushes, acquaintances, things like that. When you are living your life in the present moment, you're becoming the best version of yourself. You're becoming your most attractive, heightened version of yourself, and you're trying new things. You're reinventing yourself, and you stay in this quote-unquote vibration. You stay in this sense, this aura of reinventing yourself. You start getting new things. You start becoming new things. You start just living a super great life. What tends to happen, people who you might have had, maybe let's, for example, you had a crush in the past. She didn't give you the slightest of day, but you continue to work on yourself. What tends to happen, or people who may check your stories, but they're not sure yet. What tends to happen is these type of people, the people who are on the outside looking in at your life, who didn't know what to think of you, these type of people are the ones who start to gravitate you a lot towards you a lot more, just because you no longer need them. In a sense, you no longer care and you no longer need them. This is what happens. They're probably going to be a lot more attracted to you just because of this, because you no longer need them. These are some of the things that you have to realize. These are some of the things that happen to you. When you no longer need something, that's when you get it. This is how a lot of things work in terms of acquiring things when it comes to prayer, things like that, is you hope for something, you forget about it, you no longer really care or need it, and then it shows up in your reality. This is exactly how you have to look at everything. This is exactly how you have to look at things. So realize this happens because you're giving off a non-needy energy. Because you're giving off non-needy energy and you have high energy levels, you're going to start attracting things. The bottom line is asking for the things that you want, putting a mental picture of the things that you want, forgetting about the thing that you want, living your life, increasing your own value, your personal worth, and then receiving the things that you may not even no longer need. This is how things happen. So think about it as like you order something on Amazon. It takes 3 to 5 business days to process. You go about your life normally. Go about your life like nothing, like you're already receiving the thing. You're not dependent if it's coming or not, and then boom, it shows up in your reality. This is what you have to realize. This is how things work. This is how you get the things that you want. You just can no longer be so needy or dependent on it. And you can also when it arrives, don't be egotistical. Don't say like, oh, I didn't want this, so now you don't want it. You have to be grateful. You have to appreciate the things that you deeply wanted maybe in the past. Another thing is your carefreeness. You become more carefree, and you're just living your life normally. You're intentional now. You just care more about you living your life, and you're not so needy or dependent on other people and what they're telling you. You're independent from social consciousness. You're independent from the ideas of a lot of people. You can think for yourself now, because your life is getting better. You're living a good life, and your life is getting better. So you don't really think you need other people's input, because you're already doing well on your own. These are some of the things that you have to realize. So the number one thing, the most unusual thing, is people may start popping up in your life because you no longer need them. You get everything when you no longer need the person. Now this isn't just to say automatically you're going to attract that ex crush. They may never come back, but that's the whole point. The whole point is that you don't need them anymore, so you couldn't even care less what happens. This is the state that you need to stay in order to attract all the things that you truly want. Being needy is the #1 thing that can destroy the process of getting the things that you want. If you need it, you're given this resistant energy, and it will literally never come because you have this resistant energy. So the #1 thing is increase your energy levels, increase your value as a person, increase your self-worth, and eventually some of the things that you deeply want will come to fruition. These are the things that will happen to you. This is the #1 unusual thing that happens to you when you go on semen retention because of your heightened energy levels. Heightened, meaning effortless manifestation. Things come easily to you because you're in the end of receiving. You're not giving this low, dense energy. You're giving high, light energy, and you're giving off things that are easily coming to you because you don't need them. You're already feeling good about yourself, so you don't really need them, and that's why you get everything. Realize this is why the rich get richer. The rich get richer because they don't need the money, so they get it. The poor stay poor because they need the money. If you're living in a state of need, you won't really get it. Another example is someone's on the road and their car isn't working. They have a flat tire or something. The one person on the road who's letting all the cars pass by and he's not doing anything to help himself, a lot of people will just pass him by. But the person who's trying to push the car himself, other people are going to add and help him get to his destination. This is just thought process that you have to realize. If that made sense, comment down below, subscribe, like the video. We'll see you in the next one.